Eternights is a self-proclaimed dating action game developed by Studio Sai. This game was on my radar for a hot minute because Persona is my favorite game franchise, and this looked like something right up my alley. So since I'm on hiatus from streaming right now, follow me on Twitch to catch me when I'm back, I decided to check this out. And no, this isn't a sponsored video, I just went and bought this game to play it. So we start off with female Dottore over here burning Irminsul before we meet our protagonist and his totally not Yosuke best friend Chani. They discuss setting up a dating app, something I've definitely never done before. We turn the TV on and sees that Yuna seems to have left ITZY and started a solo career, complete with ads that definitely don't remind me of Rise Kujikawa. Some dating app begins asking hard-hitting existential questions. If I can make money, I would end the world hungers, and I can buy cheese, so it's like, that's what I would do. Soon enough, I'm thrown into a dream where I figure out exactly what kind of game this is. I knew basically nothing about this game other than it's action-based, it has dating elements, and that there's a cute boy that I can date, so it's already got a leg up in that department. We get some mental shutdowns and it all goes to shit as we live out the fantasies of a former disgraced US president. Chani of course has his priorities straight while running for his life. Turns out there are zombie monsters things everywhere. This girl finds out the hard way. As we get chased by a corrupt policeman, I get presented with a choice, and you know which way my non-heterosexual ass went. Shut the fuck up. We're gonna die.
Please, don't let me die.
Shut up. Yuna uses the power of K-pop to heal people, which I found very useful in the future. Arlecchino shows up and forcefully tells me to stop playing Genshin Impact. Then we're granted powers by this boat lady who catfished us on that dating app. Even looking at this now, I'm still not 100% sure about the lore, but basically, Umbra and Lux are gods. Umbra is the bad one who wants to control everything, while Lux is the one maintaining stability. The stone is some artifact that will let Umbra awaken, and so she's put up some walls like me avoiding my insecurities. I wake up and have a real touching moment. Come closer. Do you remember? Why? Why is this an option? Do you remember the porn we stole from your grandpa?
Dude, we stole a lot of porn from my grandpa.
Fuck. On to Act 2. We've gotten on a train that serves as our main HQ. Inside I choose to ruin my reputation not once. Throw a carrot arm. Oh my god. That is kinda gross. That's not what I was going for. I'm so sorry,
It's like
Yuna.
the arm is showing who you really are. A filthy degenerate.
Sorry. But twice. I wanna choose this. I wanna do this one so bad. Oh. Can I call you mommy? Shit. Oh no, I fucked it up. Yuna decides to become a sellout and Chani decides to fall for some blatantly obvious clickbait. In possibly unrelated events, the train crashes and Chani goes through the jealous Junpei arc. I then struggled through waves of enemies, several puzzles, and knocked down a boss before we're saved by Arya. We get some fan service as I begin Yuna's first social link event, where we see how shitty K-pop media outlets are. Apparently we've all been infected by the same virus that got all the zombies, so we've got those deadlines again. Chani gains the power of friendship and now we get to my favorite part of these games, free time. Free time in this game is basically split between daytime and nighttime, much like Persona games. In the day you get to hang out with your friends and at night you can scavenge. This is basically like a short little hunt for products that each person needs. You get introduced to this mechanic in a surprisingly realistic way. In our dreams we come across a glowing boy who's definitely not me. The next day I whip up my tentacle for Yuna, and when I go to sleep at night, I finally get to meet the very reason I played this game. Oh, is that him? Oh my god, that's him.
Oh, hello there.
He's so cute. Yo, he has oh my god. I am going to be so down bad for this guy. Yeah, sorry in advance for all the simping you're about to witness. I decide to start procrastinating and tackle the wall. I'll take this opportunity to say that the combat isn't my cup of tea. It's fun to a certain extent, but I'm really not a fan of combat that requires good timing. It's the reason I'll never touch a Souls-like game. This isn't that pronounced in this one, but I definitely died way too many times. I break my brain with a couple of puzzles, then Yuna puts her sneakers on to play some DDR. After getting whacked in the face with some balls, I finally reach the boss. Turns out, Yuna gave up her social media account to the bad guys, leading to many of her followers being lured to this location and turning into zombies. including this little girl. She and I got along pretty well.
Pizza?
Oh, based. This group of clowns decides to return to the wall later, so for now we have more free time. There is also training to do now, and I definitely did not understand the assignment. Seeing as how there's only 3 of us, I'm kinda short on options for who to hang out with. So Yuna and I set out like the mafia in the morning, and she reveals her true nature.
You're absolutely right.
She's Regina George, I see.
I was the villain of the show.
Fart? What the hell? Why is this an option? I kinda wanna do it for the memes. What the hell? You fart loudly.
Why do you make these choices?
Why do I make these choices? For real. Riveting. Eventually, through the power of Stan Twitter, Yuna goes to logo on the wall and breaks it. After that whole fiasco, the game unwisely gives me the choice to name our team. Apparently there was a character limit I was not aware of and made some terrible mistakes. The bisexuals. How about that?
That's better.
It does
No,
have
I
a
didn't get to
ring it.
finish the name. Oh god.
Bro. We are coming for you.
Oh man, that's bad. That's horrible. Now we're going to Act 3 and a new girl swings in from the chandelier. This is Sia, a STEM girly who's kind of a mess. She joins the bisex and rather quickly we're introduced to another girl, Min. She's a runner, she's a track star. We get into some awkward situations before I have to carry her through a painfully long section. Time for more trauma dumping. Min reveals that she ran away when her friends were getting killed. She tries to protect me, but I still end up dying anyway. After that ordeal, we see that Min is the key to breaking the next wall. She signs us up as her coach and we get our next social link. Later that night, Sia does some tests on us, which also unlocks her friendship. With 10 days to go, I decided to hang out with our new comrades. Min and I fix the Wi-Fi so Chani can get his late night materials. Then at night, I show my absolute lack of physical exercise. The next night, we paid a visit to my favorite boy once again, and you can guess exactly how I reacted.
I wonder if I can make you do things.
You can make me do anything.
I am scratching my head over why you're here.
To flirt with you.
Flirting with myself? Well, I am pretty handsome.
Hell yeah. After some questionable events, I headed to the main dungeon. This act mainly revolved around Min and her arc of getting over her fear to protect those around her. This was mainly the usual fights and puzzles, though there was an interesting motorbike section that strangely never gets used again. I came across one of the toughest boss fights in the game. I'll spare you the footage of me dying over and over, but this fucking boss took me 20 minutes to beat. I was not enjoying myself. I was also not enjoying myself when Yuna decides to show up at my bed the next morning. That day we partook in another experiment which somehow ended with me spitting on Min. I'm sure that appeals to someone out there. The next couple of days I spent with Min and Sia, as well as upgrading my social skills with Chani at night. I knew I wasn't in a rush to spend time with anyone since my target for romance wasn't here yet. One night, Sia decides to follow my desires and of course we wind up in some adult video store. The following night, Yuna and I wind up in a classroom again and we engage in some hand-holding. I feel kinda bad because deep down I know I'm just leading her on at this point. The next morning, Min and I go for a run and discuss our favorite K-pop groups.
BTA9.
BTA9? Wow.
They're so cool.
My favorite K-pop group is G-Friend, if you wanna know. As the deadline arrives, we enact our plan to break the next wall, which involves strapping Min to the front of a high-speed train. It somehow works. We get a real touching campfire scene before I'm greeted by the consequences of my actions.
What is that?
Time for Act 4. The bad girl Delia continues to do Umbra's bidding as they use some totem in a ritual that basically screws up our plans. At last, it's time for the arrival of the one we've all been waiting for. We're gonna fight, okay.
Door interlock complete.
Never mind. Oh my god, he's here.
Good evening. My name is Johan.
Oh Jesus. Hi Johan.
The architect sent me to.
Been waiting for you. He's so cute. Fuck. That's right, Johan is here. And he has some real strong opinions about coffee. Also, here's Arya, who I could not take seriously at all. Sorry, she looks like that one episode where Squidward is just... She looks like that one episode of Squidward in the fucking wheelchair and bandaged up.
Firmly grasp it in your hand.
Our next objective is to raid the Kafka lab, but you know where my priorities lie. I'm hanging out with Johan day and night. His story mainly revolves around his brother who sacrificed himself to save Johan. Also, he's a couple 100 years old. Never stopped being before.
Please. You're doing that to impress girls.
And also boys. Hell yeah, we're bisexuals here.
You two will get along just fine.
Other than that, we're essentially flirting with each other. You are glowing.
Thank you.
He's so cute. You're cute when you blush. Soon enough, I finally get the important decision handed to me. What is Johan to me? Oh my god, do we actually... Yo, okay. This is big. Okay, we get to kiss him already. Let's do it. Before you can kiss Johan, he kisses you first. Ah! So cute! I'm living the dream. I'm dating Johan. Hell yeah, I am.
Everything feels so light, like anything is possible. Thank you for that.
He's so cute.
You make me want to see the world again.
Fuck.
Take
dying.
responsibility.
What? Sorry. I'm still coughing. And I'm dying here because... What do you mean? Let's do it.
You promise? There's so many things I want to show you.
Of course.
It's a promise, then. Come over here. Do you know an unfortunate fact about living hundreds of years? You forget people, places, faces.
Aww. Yeah, this boy fucked me up in more ways than one. With my romance with Johan locked in, I decided to head into the lab. This is a Sia-centered story since her friend Ran worked in the lab. I basically had no faith that Ran was still alive. Apparently, the CEO loved puzzles, which is definitely a choice. Great piece of writing to fit in some more puzzles there. I had to do some math and actually take some notes, but eventually, I blew through the mini-boss and encountered Delia. I wasn't expecting to fight her this soon, but it surprisingly took less time than the Act 3 boss even with her second phase. So turns out Ran is in fact not alive, Delia being the one to kill her. We defeat her and kinda leave her there as we take the stone. Back in the train we get into more flirting with Johan. I was definitely losing it at this point.
Are you here to kiss me again?
Whoa. Yeah?
You're the man of my dreams.
Oh my god, stop. I'm blushing.
Kiss me. Now.
Now? Oh my god.
Yes. Now.
That is so pretty. Yo, I'm taking a screenshot, hang on. Arya makes a full recovery and Chani, of course, tries to rizz her up. Turns out she's an actual icon. Sorry, but I'm not into guys. Or girls. Or anyone really. Oh my god, asexual queen? Period. We get more dates with Johan after reaching max rank where he reveals his kinda weird taste in men.
You are the most beautiful person in history. Although, there is another person that comes close. Alberto Santos Dumont.
Who the fuck is that?
I mean, he was the first one that showed that a practical airplane was possible.
Okay.
That mustache didn't hurt things either.
I'm jealous.
I'm just teasing you. You're perfect.
Oh my god. This guy. Every time this comes out, I'm...
Let's make history.
Oh my god, stop. Stop. This is... Ugh. After pulling that Alex Claremont Diaz shit, he spends the next day basically continuing this flirting. It's beautiful.
You're beautiful.
Oh my god.
Now that you've had a cup of coffee, I want a cup of you.
Stop! Johan is such a flirt. Fuck, my VTuber just zoomed away. Oh my god. Sugar?
No, you're sweet enough already.
Fuck. Ah man. This guy, swear to god. This game was so worth it. With Johan's events all completed and 7 days remaining, I was kinda lost on what to do. I decided to basically be an asshole and lead the other girls on. At least I'm not being the worst person by actually dating all of them at the same time. First on the list is Min, who confesses under a bus stop while it's raining. Total K-drama shit right there. Of course, I politely rejected her and she elects herself our new coach after this situation ends. Next up is Yuna, who's not shy about calling out the fake news around her best friend Jisoo. She kinda implies that she wanna be more than friends, but I shut this down too. Of course, she isn't icy towards me, promising to show me her new song after the world is restored. Finally, Sia and I have a date at the Science Museum, and the game kinda stumbles into making me confess instead. This one feels a bit weird and forced. It comes out of nowhere, to be honest. Either way, we decide not to say anything and she promises to make me something when everything's normal again. After breaking 3 hearts in quick succession, I use my final days to hang out with Chani, cause even bros need some bonding time at the end of the world. On the last free night, we get to watch a meteor shower with someone, and the choice was fairly simple.
But my, if it isn't beautiful to behold.
Just like you. What's this? Oh my god, we're holding hands!
It's also nice to be held.
They're so cute. You lead Johan to your room. You're beautiful.
We're beautiful.
Oh my god. The next day, things go to shit as expected, and we move on to Act 5. The game asks me who I love, and again, the choice is fairly simple. We run through a gauntlet of enemies and begin the ritual to power up Johan's cannon. I wake up the next morning without my glowy arm and the news that Johan is gone. Chani and I go through a painful section where we have to avoid getting hit without my ability to even dodge for some reason, before I'm greeted with this absolute bullshit. What the fuck? That's messed up. Dude, he's not dead, is he? What the fuck? Leave my man alone. I don't want to watch this. Jesus. What the hell?
He's gone.
What the fuck? Yeah, I was not pleased. Apparently the one who gets strung up and brutalized is the one you chose earlier, which is kind of a dick move, honestly. Of course, this pissed me off enough to regain my powers and fueled me with copium that my boyfriend was still alive. Eventually, we confront the final boss. This was definitely the toughest boss for me, though strangely enough it took about the same time as the Act 3 boss, so make of that what you will. So we're on the verge of death despite beating Umbra, and the only way to completely destroy her is with Johan's help. I need him.
You're wrong.
I need you too.
Oh,
Where did that come
fuck
from?
her up, Johan. Unfortunately, he has to sacrifice himself, and we get a final scene together. What is this? Oh my
It's
god.
strange. I was so tired before I met you.
Let's go.
I can't. I lived hundreds of years. But what wouldn't I give for a couple more decades? with you.
Fuck. No. The developers then pull the worst move imaginable, forcing me to actively let go of Johan's hand.
I can't stay.
I'm holding on. I'm not letting go. Please. They want me to actively let go. This is so mean. What the hell?
I have lived more in these last couple of days with you than I have for the past 100 years. I'll always be grateful for that.
God.
Stop!
But still, we were supposed to see the world together, have fun together, make enough memories for several lifetimes. It really isn't fair, is it?
It's not over! Not yet!
Goodbye.
No. Fuck.
I love you.
Oh god. Oh. And with that, he's gone. The story ends with the world restored, Chani and the girls living their best lives. Except there's a post-credit scene that looks eerily familiar to anyone who's played Persona 5 Royal. Oh, don't pull this shit again. Also, a QR code appears which leads to this video that also teases Johan being alive. Honestly, if he's lived hundreds of years before, a little death isn't gonna stop him. And that was Eternights. Overall, I think it's a pretty fun game. It's definitely something you should check out if you're a fan of the Persona games. I know I covered many spoilers here, but I feel like it's still worth it if you want to date one of the girls, for example. I didn't vibe with the combat that much, but I really enjoyed the characters and narrative. And of course, the fact that I could be gay. Atlas, when are you gonna step up?